Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Stephanie in Real Life. I've been missing in action for a while, so sorry about that. School was crazy, graduation, pinning, NCLEX, all these things I want to catch you up on. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Stephanie, and if you are returning, I'm so glad you're back. It really has been the support and encouragement of my family and my friends that have gotten me through this journey and a lot of hard work. So glad you're back. Subscribe to my channel. I would love that. I love hearing from you guys and getting some feedback. It's been awesome. And as you can see in the background, I am now Stephanie, registered nurse. So, woohoo! And my friend made this to-do list. It looks backward on my video. So it just says CNA, RN, which are both checked, and BSN is next on my list. I'm going to be starting my classes this fall, so that's going to be great. I needed a little bit of a break from school, so I did get another scholarship that will be helpful to me. And at the very bottom is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I'm telling you, I could not have gotten through nursing school without being in prayer. So anyway, let's rewind to, I think it was April or May when we started spring quarter. Spring quarter was pretty hard. We were slammed with exams every week, cardiac, respiratory, fluid and electrolyte, all the hard stuff, you name it, it was there. And I think it really helped me in that we had to cram every week. We were just cramming, 3 or 4 of my friends and I ended up passing all my tests with A's and B's, so that was really great. I think I finished strong. And then we had our focus practicum. And I was in the community setting, so I was at urgent care here in my town. And I have to say I was a little nervous at first, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed community, and urgent care was very fast-paced. We were seeing anywhere from 40 to maybe 85 patients per day, and just real quick, well, sometimes quick turnaround. I got to use a lot of my skills, do a lot of blood draws, a couple IV starts, but mostly a lot of injections and med pass and checking people in and that sort of thing. I didn't think it was going to be for me, but I really enjoyed it. So I did 96 hours in that setting, and then once we were done, it was kind of like all downhill swing. Everybody's checking out. You know, you're just so done with school. Let's get graduation and pinning done. And we wore our whites, and I have to say it was a very proud moment. Being almost 51 now and graduating with my associate's degree in nursing and moving on to my bachelor's has just been a huge accomplishment for me. So, and if any of you ladies and gentlemen out there that are a little older, don't be discouraged. You got this. I started this process when I was 45 and was chipping away at classes, and then was able to start full-time prereqs and get into nursing school without having to work. I know a lot of people do work and have to work, and I had the option to not work, so that was very helpful to me. And most of my friends that did work and had kids at home managed to get through unscathed as well. We didn't lose anybody spring quarter. We all graduated, so that was great. And just walking with your cap and gown on was, I don't know, for me anyway, it was at my age just a huge accomplishment. So on that happy note, pinning was definitely a very emotional time with your Florence Nightingale candle and being pinned, and it was very exciting. We had a brunch to celebrate, and my husband threw me a fabulous graduation party, just went above and beyond, and it was just amazing. And had lots of my friends there to celebrate. We had a few graduation parties, and you know, that's just how it goes. So anyway, I did all the right things. I didn't move or get married because I'm already married, or do anything crazy, go on vacation or anything after school. I started studying for NCLEX, and I'll just throw out there, I used Kaplan and UWorld. Kaplan is pretty expensive, so it might be a good idea to go in, share the cost with some other people, and then just log in. I think many of us logged in. My daughter used Kaplan with some of her friends, and I pitched in a little and was able to use their login information and use Kaplan. I really liked the videos in Kaplan. They were very helpful to me, and the quizzes on Kaplan were good as well as the rationales. I also used UWorld, and I have to say after using them both, I was partial to UWorld because their rationales were very clear. Not that Kaplan's weren't, but I like the rationales with UWorld better. And I highly recommend, because I know I answered over 1,200 questions easily in the time between graduating and taking my NCLEX. And read through your rationales. It's so important, not only to understand why you got the answer right or wrong, but to understand why the wrong answers are wrong. And your select all that applies and all of that is just really important. So make sure you're reading your rationales. And also with UWorld, you have the opportunity to go in test mode or in tutor mode, so it'll give you the right and wrong answers right then. Whereas in Kaplan, you have to take the exam, and you can do anywhere from 75 to however many. And then you get the rationales after, which is almost nice to a degree, because then you're not thinking too much. You're just trying to answer your questions. So anyway, I would go with either one. I was partial to UWorld, and we'll just call it good with that. As you know, NCLEX can be anywhere from 75 to 265 questions. Mine shut off at 76, and seriously, I almost crapped my pants. I was just like, I'm going to go back to my hotel and do the Pearson VUE trick, where if you go online and it gives you the pop-up that says you cannot schedule another exam at this time, there's already one in progress. 99.999% of all the research and YouTube videos I watched said that is, you passed. You can't get your unofficial results for 48 hours, which I did and got my pass. And I think I checked it. I did the Pearson VUE trick like 8 times. And then on my drive home, I did it again at a rest stop. And then I did it like the whole next day. I was freaking out. I was totally freaking out. And I'm telling you, I have no idea how I passed that test. It's all a big blur. I barely remember any of the questions. All I kept thinking was, I don't know this. I've done 1,200 questions. How do I not know this? And I don't know. The Lord's hand must have been on my hand on top of that mouse, because I got so many select all that apply questions. I was peeing my pants. I literally could feel my heartbeat in my mouth when I sat down. And I was just sick to my stomach a couple days before, sick all that morning, and sick for 3 days after. That test was the most traumatizing, horrifying thing I have ever gone through. Not to scare you. Everybody's going to be a nervous wreck before you take NCLEX. And it was not fun. Just take a deep breath, make sure you're prepared. And now that all is said and done, one thing I'll throw out there, and maybe this isn't for everybody, I would highly recommend taking your NCLEX within a month that you graduate. And I say that because everything's still fresh in your mind when you're done at school. Yeah, you're kind of one big blurry mess, but at the same time, the information is still there, kind of locked in. And as you're doing your practice questions, and I did at least 150 a day, sometimes more, sometimes less, but give yourself time to relax too. Don't study every single day. Take the weekends off, take a Tuesday and Wednesday off, take a Monday and a Friday off, whatever. Make sure you're studying a lot, but give your brain a chance to rest. And don't study the day before. It's tempting to not want to pick up your notes and look over medications and all of that, but what's in there is in there, and it's going to come out when the time is right. So don't study the day before, but make sure you're studying every day up until. And I say do it within a month because, again, the information is still fresh. And I know people that waited a little longer, and it just, if you just have to keep going over the same stuff over and over and over, it just gets tiring. So that is just one little side note for you guys. And getting that passing grade and getting my nursing license in the mail was just such a satisfying thing. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud that I can put RN after my name. I am currently working as a registered nurse in a skilled nursing facility where I was working as a CNA. And so it was kind of a promotion deal. And I love it there, and I just have such a heart for the elderly. As you all know, maybe from previous videos, my passion is pediatric oncology, And there is no pediatric oncology in my town, so I will have to move someday and hopefully be able to work at a children's hospital. But right now, I'll stick with the bigger kiddos, and the elderly are just so sweet, and some of them can be not so sweet, but that's something we deal with as nurses. And I've been in training, but I will probably be on my own on the floor in a couple weeks or so. Just not ready for that just yet. Anyway, well, I hope I filled you all in. If you guys have any questions, please just drop them down below. Subscribe to my channel. I'll try and make some more videos here in the future and let you know how it's going. Again, don't be discouraged. You got this. Keep your eye on the prize. Everything is going to work out. So many days I sat in this very office with this very background in my other videos, and I got done and I just would cry. Sometimes I'd even lay on the carpet here and cry, just like, how am I going to do this? This is crazy. What did I get myself into? But 2 years really went by fast, and it's going to go by fast for you too. So get that application in and get yourself ready, stay organized, use your planner, and everything's going to work out. I'd love to hear from all of you. I'm going to go ahead and end the video and just wish you all the best, and I will be in touch. And thank you again so much for watching, and I hope to talk to you soon. Okay, bye.